Some of you are standing right now in the middle of a decision and you don't realize it yet or realize how serious this moment is because the enemy doesn't always try to destroy your future. Sometimes he just tries to pull you actually back to your past. And the problem with going back is not just that you repeat the old pain, is that you delay what God is building in your life. Hear me carefully. God didn't bring you this for you to run back to what he already delivered you from. Some of you, God already brought you out of certain situations, certain friendships, certain relationships, certain habits, certain mindsets. But now, because the new season feels uncomfortable, you tempted to go back to what's familiar. But I'm here to tell you, familiar doesn't mean it's from God. Sometimes familiar is just what you're used to. The Israelites did this in the Bible. God delivered them from Egypt. He broke chains. He parted the Red Sea, showed miracles. And when things got uncomfortable in the wilderness, they said something. They said something crazy. They say, maybe we should go back to Egypt. Think about that. Egypt was a place they were enslaved. They was beaten, oppressed. And yet the moment the journey got hard, their mind started to just reminisce the place that God actually rescued them from. That's what the enemy does, y'all. He tries to make you look at your past and say my past was better than what I actually going through right now. He tried to make you forget the nights that you cried, the disrespect, the tolerated, the stress that almost broke you. And suddenly your mind saying, maybe it ain't so bad. But let me say this clearly. If God removed you from it, there was a reason. It was to close that door, that relationship. There was a reason. If God separated you from something, there was a reason. Because sometimes the biggest threat to your destiny is your attachments to what God has already ended. So let me say something right now while it's on my mind. You might have woke up to somebody today and the enemy can't stop what God has already planned for you, but he can delay it if he convinces you to keep going backwards. So some of you are with somebody right now and you one decision away from delaying your next season, one text message away, one phone call away, one visit away from reopening something God has already closed. And that's why I say you can't go back. And every time that you go back, I want you to hear me. You restart a lesson. Imagine you building a house and God, lays the foundation first. It starts building walls, starts putting things together. And then when you walk back to an old broken building you used to live in, now the construction pause. Think about that. Not because God stopped building, but because you let the building site, you don't understand. You left, and it's hard for a lot of people. But I want to tell you this. Your obedience determined the timing. Look at Lot's wife. He told them clearly, leave the city, do not look back, not walk back, not go back, just leave. And she turned around, one look, and that one look froze her in a place because looking back often leads to going back. And if I'm being honest, going back delays what God is building ahead of you. Some of you keep asking God, why my life is not moving forward? But the real question is, why you keep visiting what God told you to leave? Why you keep entertaining some same toxic cycles, same conversations, same environments, same habits. And God is trying to move you forward, but you keep letting your heart pull you back into, going backwards. Listen, growth don't always feel comfortable. It feels uncomfortable at times. New levels always feel unfamiliar. Walking with God sometimes means leaving things behind. That thought scares anybody. But hear me when I say this clearly. What God is building in front of you is greater than anything that's left behind you. The problem is most people or many people quit early in the process. They halfway through in the wilderness and they turn around. They get halfway through healing and they go back to the same relationship that they're healing from. They get halfway through with discipline and they fall back into old habits and then say nothing ever changed. But change requires commitment, y'all. Deliverance requires distance, y'all. And purpose requires obedience, y'all. Sometimes God will test you, not by sending new opportunities, by letting old ones come back. Follow me now. That old relationship, that text that you just looking at, the old lifestyle that calls you, that old habit that shows up again. And the test is simple. And are you going back or are you going to go forward? That's your choice. Because if you keep walking forward, eventually you will see what God was building the whole time. That new peace that you've been praying for, that new opportunity that you've been praying for, that new growth that you've been praying for, a stronger version of yourself. But you can't see what's ahead if you keep staring back. And I want to tell somebody today, right now, while it's on my mind, don't go back. Don't go back to that environment that drained you. Don't go back to that mindset that made you feel limited. Don't go back to the people who only love you or love the version of you that they could deal with, because God is building something in your life right now, even if you can't see it yet. And if you stay faithful enough, you'll keep moving forward. That's real talk. And if you trust the process, you're going to keep going back. You're going to realize one day God wasn't taking things from me. He was making room for what he promised you. So today, make this decision, or whenever you watch this video, make this decision. No more going back. No more revisiting what God ended. No more delaying what God is keeping building, in your life. Keep walking forward, because the future God is preparing you for is worth leaving everything in the past. So no more neglecting. No more trying to be this nice person to, be cordial with. You can't keep going back, because the longer you go back, the longer they're going to play with you. And that just showing them that you accept that you allow that. And now you become bitter over time, but it's only because of you. Don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody tell you who you are and what God say or what God say you becoming. Because there's people out here that's full of manipulation. They'll manipulate you to tell you, oh man, you're not rocking with me, or she don't love me like that, or I'm the bad guy. You always got it out for me. Don't let them guilt trip you. Don't let them gaslight you, because the longer you let that prolong, it's robbing you for what God has destined for you. And I want to share a story with myself. I'm this kind-hearted, genuine person. And, I let people guilt trip me, keep me in an emotional cycle. But I had to learn this. I had to break away. No matter what they go through, it's not my responsibility, because they can't sit with discomfort. If it's something that's bothering me or something God has told me, I'm going to act on it. So you need to learn how to actually act on what God is telling you. I know sometimes it's hard, it's hurting, and people are crying, but you know better. You know what God told you. He warned you. He showed you those signs. So I recommend, don't you go back just because they're showing you, but they're going to have their little honeymoon stage where they're doing good, they're acting good, and then boom, they show you the same toxic cycle. And now you're mad at yourself, but you allow yourself to go back because it was familiar. You didn't want to start over. You didn't want to hold yourself accountable because you were scared to step out in faith. But don't be that person to step out in faith. Don't be scared. Keep going. Yeah, you have to keep going. Don't go back, because God has already warned you. Hey, that's my time. Like I say, I hope you enjoyed that video and you take something from that video, because there's plenty of people out here that keep going back and then they just get upset with themselves. But it's time for you to break that generational curse, to evict that stronghold by the grace of God. Don't go back. It's for your safety. It's for your health. Don't go back.